good evening. We are once again back here on the LPMT Minecraft server. Welcome all, basically. So, today we are going to continue where we left off. As you can see, I've done a tiny bit of work. Some more forests have gone, some more trees have disappeared, and we have prepared some materials for the upcoming next bit of the job, which is we are going to start doing the terraforming for this area. As we discussed last time, you can see we've taken a good chunk of forest here. We are going to be flattening out, at least to begin with, we're going to be flattening out this area here, trying to create some sort of natural landscape, and we are going to be using this area for our manual farms and some other bits and bobs. Maybe we are also going to be looking into doing some things out here. This peninsula here is probably going to go, and we're going to try to smooth it around, make it sort of a natural terrain from this little peninsula that we've already made up to this point, because this river here is actually going to continue all the way around here. We're going to be digging it out and eventually lead to some sort of port or dock that is going to tie the Boat Buddies realm to Triangle City. But that is for a different time. Today we are going to be starting out outside. Also, I need to thank someone who's left me a chest of terraforming materials. I mean, this is some basic stuff. I'm not ungrateful. This is some basic stuff, but when you terraform, this will come very in handy, so thank you very much to whoever left that. So, we've just finished cleaning up here. Like 30 seconds before I went live, I failed to notice a creeper as I took my headset off for a brief moment, and it blew a hole in the wall to the head of Hall of Heads. And I know Taribo's lurking here somewhere. I can see you on the map. There's Taribo, right there, hiding out in my house. So, as you can see here, much more open than it was last time. We are going to be starting off by, I think, we might as well just start taking out this hill, because this hill right here is going to be in the way. And also, by taking out this hill, we are going to be getting a lot of materials that we can use for the natural sort of S-slope that's going to go around here, leading to the entrance on the back. And it's also going to tie this flat area much more to this flat area. So this hill is sort of very misplaced. So, we are going to be grabbing our shovels. We have 2 efficiency 5 shovels ready. Can eat some fish, and we are going to start digging away. Right. So some people asked me, why am I doing manual farms? I can't remember. Someone asked me. It was either in game or on stream or post stream last time, because a bunch of people actually hung around in chat after the stream was done, and people asked me, why are you doing manual farms? Why not make fully automatic farms, seeing as you've already made like a fully automatic storage system in your basement? The very simple truth is that I don't really, as I said on the last stream, I really don't like the big farms. And we got Taribo in chat saying hi. Hello, Taribo. Nice to see you have once again done the seamless transfer from in-game to chat. And I hope you enjoy watching me dig, which is an improvement over the last stream where we chopped wood for 3 hours. So, but yeah, so basically I really don't like, it's not that I mind redstone things and automatic farms. I mean, they're nice by all means, but I'm not really, I've never gotten into the redstone aspect of Minecraft, and to be honest, I don't think I'm getting, like, I mean, I've played Minecraft for 8 years. If I haven't gotten into it by now, I don't think I will. So, also, in keeping with like the Viking aesthetic of the place, I want at least everything topside to be sort of like accurate. So, the Vikings wouldn't have automatic redstone farms. The Vikings would have wheat fields. They would have fields where they kept their sheep. They would have fields where they kept their cattle. They would have maybe a hen house, a barn, and that is basically what we're going to do. We are going to be making a we're actually going to be making a Norwegian style building. This entire place is of course going to be, as with some artistic freedom, it's going to be based off actual Viking architecture and at least old Norwegian architecture. And we are going to be building, I hate that noise. We are going to be building what the Norwegians call a stabbur, which is basically, go away, which is basically a small building that was used to store meat. Where's the other one? I can hear you. There you are. Oh, that was a good shot. But yeah, we are going to be making one of those. I don't think there's an English word for that building. But in Norwegian it's called stabbur. And it's basically a building where you would keep like the smoked meat and your food stuff and all sorts of things. Usually like next to the barn. Oh, there's one in there as well. Hello there, Mr. Phantom Sir. Why don't you die? There we go. And for those of you who haven't noticed, since Minecraft is a pretty family-friendly game, we have turned off the mature filter, which means I will of course be trying my best to moderate my language, and I would also very much appreciate it if everyone in chat did the same. So, what are we going to be doing today then? Well, first of all we're going to be doing terraforming, taking away this hill, using all the materials from this hill, and as you can see we've been gathering up a good bit already. We're going to be using the materials taken from this hill to fill in some of the holes and bits and bobs in the terrain. I think this is as far as we go in terms of digging. So if we clear out just like this little flat area. Jesus, Treba, you're in game, you're in Discord, and you're on Twitch chat. You spy, you. So yeah, I think we're going to stop there because this rest of this is going to go into like that S bend that's going to follow the fence, or the wall rather. But also we can't really finish that S before we have decided on the wall thickness. As I said last time, even more. Leave me alone. Phantoms all around. That's how many phantoms did I get? There's so many people online. Why are all the phantoms spawning here? Go eat crazy moth or something. Should sleep. Yeah, good point. Where is the moon? About halfway. Yeah, might as well sleep. I completely lost my train of thought there. But yeah, we need to. Oh, we only needed one. That was neat. We briefly discussed it last time that we need to figure out how thick this wall should be, because right now it's just like a one block circle, and it's going to be thicker. This is going to be like the outer wall that protects like the high seat of the chieftain, which is going to be on top here. So I'm thinking we're probably going to go 2 out and then there. So like the outer layer of the wall is going to be there. Then we're going to have a 2 block. You haven't posted. Oh yeah, feel free to post. I completely forgot to post it in Discord. Might as well do that. So thanks for that, Teribo. But yeah, because what I was thinking, it would be nice to have some sort of like hidden areas inside the wall. So maybe because of the curves here, maybe 3 would be better. But yeah, that's something that we're going to be looking into some other day. Or who knows? Maybe we can do this terraforming pretty quick, and we can start looking into that wall. Also, going to have to make a decision in terms of how do I want to extend the wall upwards, because if we're making an entrance on the back, like on the top side over there, it would make sense to have like a gate of sorts. So how are we going to do that? Not really sure. I of course appreciate suggestions in chat if anyone's watching this and have any bright ideas how I'm going to do that, because while it would be nice to just extend the wall up a bit, at the same time, if I extend the wall upwards and I make it taller, it will hide the buildings, and I really want the buildings to be at least sort of visible from the sea, which is going to be over here, so that when you fly in, it's like now when you fly into Garth's base, you can sort of see everything, but because he doesn't have a wall, or well, he has an outer wall, so you're not allowed to post it. While you admire this fine view here, I'm going to be doing some shameless self-promotion. What was I can't even remember the command. Jesus. What was it, like something self-promo and that, I think. You're not allowed to send that. What have I done? I did it last time. Or are we only allowed to do it once, maybe? Anyway. Then I'm just going to stay here. Forgot to switch back to that. But yeah, so take out this hill. That's what we're doing. Hopefully we're going to get close enough to get the beacon power soon, because then this is gonna pick up some speed. I mean, with efficiency 5, this is pretty quick anyway, but it's not going to hurt to have that haste 2 as well. And once that's done, we can flatten out the area and we can sort of start mapping out where do we want things. Because I want, like I said last time, I want yeah, I wouldn't worry about the Teribo. It's not like I'm going to get 7 billion views from that one promo anyway, so. And to be honest, I don't care too much. I'm just happy to have some people here to keep me company, so I don't sound like an insane person talking to myself. Then again, if I were to go insane, I don't think anyone would be surprised. And if for those of you, if any one of you are really enjoying the music, I forgot to say hi. I'm such an impolite person. If people are enjoying the music, it is the Mix Hound Chill Step mix from 2018. No affiliation, but Mix Hound is a very nice YouTube channel that does like these 2-hour mixes. I like having them because, first of all, they're like very nice background music that doesn't take too much attention. And as far as I know, they're like SoundCloud stuff, so I'm not breaking any rules. And also, like, people who know me know that I'm really not into modern music. I'm a bit of an old fart that prefers like the rock of the 70s. But when playing Minecraft or like studying, working, doing that kind of thing, like these chill step mixes are very soothing and nice to have in the background. I thought I would be getting close enough to get that beacon power. I mean, I can see the beacon right there. I shouldn't be more than 50 blocks off, I think. And now we're already almost dug a perimeter. Finished digging through like that. Because that's basically the line we drew earlier, yeah. I'll try and take away all of this. I also need to go get those beacons. Spangle and Andal promised me last time. I actually haven't, you know, since the last stream Monday, I actually haven't been, it was Monday, right? I think it was Monday. Yeah, since the last stream, I think it was Monday, I can't even remember. I actually haven't been online at all, not for 5 minutes. And that's because one of the joys of being a dad is that your kids sometimes get sick. So I'm not gonna turn this into a yes Monday. Thank you to Rebo for remembering the things that I can't. I'm not going to go into the gory details, but let's just say there are certain illnesses you really don't want your kids to have. And we woke up to just that. So I've been taking care of my little son, and completely been unable to do anything sensible in here. And before the 4 viewers start worrying, it's not anything serious or anything, it's just the normal stomach bug that children get, which is unfortunate and and boring. I mean, everyone who's had a stomach bug knows exactly how incredibly, yeah, like it takes away like all your energy, absolutely all your energy. I see that I'm leaving a good bunch of dirt, so I think I'm just going to go up to my base and get some more, well, not some more dirt, of course, derp, but get an additional shulker or two. I need some fish. Enable, ooh. Someone in the Discord has discovered how to turn off the unread message badge. That would be neat. Oh, hello. Spooky. That was absolutely not necessary, but thanks a lot. Thank you very, very much. That's going to come very in handy whenever I need to start making more tools. Why did I go downstairs? Oh, right, I'm getting shulkers. That's right. So let's get 2 more empty shulkers. And take this shulker that we've filled up and place on the shulker dumper. And it's going to disappear into the system. And I know we're going to be needing a lot of that for later. But we're not going to... Why am I doing that? I'm such a silly person when we can just dump it in here. And away it goes. There we go. And then we can take our shulker and be on our way. That shovel is on its last leg. So let's be careful so we don't ruin it. I mean, with the economy on this server, it's not like we can't afford more shovels. I mean, I probably have what I need for, I don't know, 10, 20, 30 new shovels, and with Steel Toad's Oinker Ender, it's not exactly hard to get levels to enchant it. But I mean, look at it. Efficiency 5, Mending, Silk Touch, and Breaking. I'm gonna have to go get the books and do the thing and blah de blah. Ugh. So it's just as nice to, you know, let's not break it. Let's just put it that way. Let's not break that shovel. Let's not make Phali spend another stream looking around the nether lofts for books and then having to stand in line at the Oinker Ender to get levels. But we've already filled up my inventory again. So I think I'm just going to do... Wait, what did I do now? That goes there, that goes there, and those two switch plates. There we go. A bit of Minecraft OCD there. I have to keep my tools on the first 4 slots. Otherwise the Phali goes cray-cray. And we don't want that, do we? I think we're going to use this as our height, because I think this is 2 above. Oh no, this is actually sea level. Okay, then we're definitely going to use that. Or are we going to go up another one? Do we want this level? Do we want to be 2 above? I think this is actually going to be enough, to be perfectly honest. And I know the amount of things that are spawning. Oh, that was a horrible shot. There we go. Getting all the levels. I think that could work actually. So we use that level there, meaning this level here for the baseline at least over here. So in that case, we're going to be raising this entire area up by 1. And we might as well take away this hill here as well, because this is also going to be integrated into the farms. As I was saying earlier, I am planning on doing, I need to count, probably like 4, 5, no, oh no, there's going to be more. There's probably going to be like 10 manual farms on the top side. Because what I want one like big realistic looking wheat field, where I can get like tons of wheat. I did make, in my old base that we visited last stream, I made a manual wheat field that was 4 smaller fields of 9 by 9 blocks, which is of course what you get from 1 block of water in the middle. I'm thinking if we do some water lines, like feed lines of water in the middle, we can maybe do like at least a 20 by 20 wheat field, or maybe a 20 by 15, so it's a bit elongated. That would be nice to have like an elongated wheat field. I mean, they're not usually square. And I'm thinking a similar field, but divided into 3 for like carrots, potatoes, and it will have to be it will have to be 2 fields divided into 2. So we have 1 of carrots and potatoes, and then we can have 1 of pumpkin and melon. In terms of sugarcane, I actually think I'm just going to do a very simple farm, and that is simply because, while we didn't look at it last time, Steel Toad's Steel Toad's Zombie Pigman farm also has a sugarcane farm, and he also has a leather farm, and that is because of we have like a custom data pack on this server, so that if you put rotten flesh into a furnace you would get leather. So the amount of rotten flesh produced by the Zombie Pigman farm is more than enough to get us all the leather we need. And we also get more than enough sugarcane there. So I won't actually be needing a practical sugarcane farm or a practical leather farm, or which of course would be pig and or cow farm. So what we would be needing is just a basic farm for the look. So a basic farm just for it to look good. Right, with that taken care of, we sort of need to decide what to do with this ravine. So I'm thinking maybe if we start by doing like a one block away from the ravine, and for now I'm just going to do this so I have a place to walk, and leave that there. Just leave some of the torches. And it also needs to decide, like we discussed it last time, no redstone. You can make it semi-automatic and it would look like weltery, but that would of course be very much appreciated. I'm fairly certain you know these things better than me. I mean, I am, as I said last stream, I consider myself sort of a Minecraft classicist. I don't really do any advanced builds. I don't really know any advanced techniques. It's like if you study design. I have never studied design. I've studied some marketing, but my wife has studied design and has her own design firm, design company. And one of the main philosophies of design is called KISS, K-I-S-S, which stands for keep it simple and straight, or keep it simple stupid, depending on your source. And when it comes to Minecraft, I'm sort of like that. I don't like making builds that are too fancy and advanced. I really like it when the builds are to the point. Like, yes, you can do you can make very fancy builds, of course, and like, don't get me wrong, I love the fancy builds. Like Garth Space that we visited last time is at least per today my favorite place on this server, simply because of the insane quality of his builds. It is just mind-boggling how he's managed to make that place look so good. And I wouldn't mind doing some builds like that, but for me, like that sort of build up there, like a simple arched roof that sort of hangs down showing age with like a visible oak beam running through it, that is, I like it. And a lot of people are going to say like, yeah, well, it's too simple, it's too boring. Well, I like it. I think I like that aesthetic in Minecraft. We have more than enough water, so I'm going to take off my boots so I don't continuously freeze this water. I mean, I have had some bad experiences, you know, before I started using Elytra properly, like coming towards the sea and be like, I'm going to hit water, I'm going to be fine. And then it turns to ice, just in time to completely shatter my face and spine. Hello. Simple and boring fits you. Yeah, I am a simple, boring person. Goodbye. And down the ravine he went. Off to new adventures. And Kenneth, welcome to the stream. Thanks for stopping by. Hopefully you're staying. Hopefully you got nothing better to do. So, But yeah, we need to figure out what to do with this ravine. Like, how, well, I know what to do with the ravine, but how to do it. Like, are we going to keep the ravine as it is? Where is the ravine going to start? I mean, this is sort of where it starts naturally right now. So, would it be nice, like, just keep this part? So if, like, I make a 1 block like area around it like this, and that will go in naturally to that, and we're going to take away some of this to make it look correct, and we're going to probably be filling this in back in afterwards. It's like this are the endless TikTok compilations on YouTube. Well, I cannot promise you the same quality content, but I can promise you, well, I can't really promise you anything, but I wouldn't mind if you stayed here instead. I really haven't gotten into the whole TikTok thing. I don't really know what it is. I know it's like supposed to be like Vine 2.0. I just feel like I'm getting, not to sound like the grumpy old fart that I am, but I get the sense that I've reached the age where I am struggling to stay updated on all the fancy schmancy things that the kids like. Ah, well, witch, I don't want you here. Leave that hole there so I can keep an eye on you. I know there's a witch hut. Like, where did I find it? Oh no, that was at my old base. That was at my old base. Never mind. Because I kept having witches coming to my old base, and I was like, where are all these witches coming from? Like, are they just spawning here? Why do they seem... Ugh. I saw those green feet. There's a little creeper underneath there. I'd prefer it if you stay in there, thank you very much. But yeah, at my old base, I kept having witches show up all the time, and I was like, where are you coming from? And finally I discovered there was a witch hut, like, you know, 1.5 chunks down. And I might be wrong, but as far as I know, having a witch hut nearby will have witches spawn. TikTok is basically Vine, but with more cruel jokes. That's what I really like. I remember I loved Vine. I think Vine is one of the things I actually miss, because Vine was funny. It was really funny. You had some good content creators on Vine, and what I liked about them was that they didn't. It's like the same reason I don't like modern stand-up comedy, is that it's not about being funny anymore. It's about being rude and being cruel, and seeing how many F-bombs you can squeeze into a single act. Witches is not a nice word for your wife's friends. Ew. That hit me right in my soul. Now I am sad. But yeah, I remember there's one guy who made the most wholesome content on Vine, a guy called Thomas Sanders. So if you're into like funny short form videos, go to YouTube, and you know what, I'm gonna do it for you. I'm gonna do it for you because I am a wholesome, nice person. YouTube, Thomas Sanders Vine, with titles, rather new one. Narrative. I don't want to start it. Try not to laugh. Thomas one. Yeah, that one has 9 million views. That better be good. So there. Personal recommendation. That is one of probably, well, not probably my, at least for me, my favorite Vine content creator. I actually made one entire Vine myself, which I have on my YouTube account. It is set to private, and it is set to private for a reason. Let's just leave it at that. It is a piece of evidence as to why you shouldn't do things when you haven't slept in a while. Because you think you're funny, but you're not. You're usually just dumb. Are we actually out of dirt? Yeah, and this is exactly what I said earlier. Like, dirt is like the sort of thing in Minecraft. Yes, Kenneth remembers the Monopoly vine. Not my proudest moment, I will admit. Yeah, I stuck the landing. Let's take the things we got from this very nice person here first. And we're going to go back to where we were. Let's do like a flyby and see how it turned out so far. Oh yeah, I think this is gonna be good. But I think what we're gonna do now, I think we're gonna actually do the front here. And sort of figure out where we want like the edge to be. So I'm trying my best to make it look like at least slightly natural. But it's not always that easy. Minecraft is a game where realism is very often very hard to achieve. So if we do 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, and that goes there. So let's do 4 then. And now I think if we do it like that, and then there's 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. This game made of cubes isn't really that realistic. It's a valid point. But I mean, because of the nature of the game, it is very often hard to make, like, at least semi-realistic terrain. One thing I would really like in Minecraft, which would actually be a solid improvement, I would love to see dirt and... Like, we have stone slabs. What I would like to see, dirt slabs. Simple as that, dirt slabs. I mean, you can dig up half a block of earth. Like, everyone who's grabbed a shovel in their life knows that you don't have to take all of this. You could easily, like, chop off half of this. So, it would be really nice to have dirt slabs. That is one thing I would really like to see in Minecraft, dirt slabs, because it would be, like, when we're going to be making this natural slope up there, I'm going to be using dark oak slabs to make sort of stairs. So, like, when I make the slope, I do, like, stairs, if we can call it that, made from two dirt blocks. So, like, I'm just going to demonstrate it here. So we go like here, we have 2, and then 2, and then 2 again, and then 2, and then 2, and then you can place slab there, so it turns into like a natural stair. And the problem is that when you have the wood slabs, it doesn't look, then it instantly looks artificial, of course. But like for this build, I would use wood slabs regardless. But if you're trying to make like the natural terrain, it would be really nice to be able to like use like dirt slabs or something like that. And we see a piece of magic water. Huh. We're going to leave the magic water there, and we're going to keep... Oh, this is the... Hello. For this, you die. Come here, you. Here, I'm trying to be a nice person. Don't straight up kill the witch. No, leave her in her tiny little hole. They even make like an air hole for her. What do I get? Get poison. Thanks, Obama. So now the question is, oh, I'm actually going to have to let this run all the way down. Can't even remember where I checked these things. Oh, it's behind the map. Ah, there it's done. Let's eat some fish. Hope that cheeky witch is burned to death in a hole. Yeah, but yeah, the question now is for how big of an area do we want this height? I mean, oops. We currently have a pretty sizable area, and we're also going to expand it this way. We sort of need to figure out, do we want to keep these lakes here? And to be perfectly honest, I don't think I want to, because we're going to have a bunch of water over here. You need the chisel mod. What's the chisel mod? My knowledge of modded Minecraft is absolutely tiny. But I'm guessing it's a mod that gives you some sort of custom blocks. But anyway, like if that sort of mod exists, it still wouldn't help me on this server, since this is like, it would help me in single player, but not on this server. And as I have said before, this is, for those who didn't know, this is the Let's Play Minecraft Together server, which is run by the lovely Mr. Izuma Void. And he, if you want to be a member of the server, this is a Patreon server. So if you want to play on it, you need to be either a tier 1 Patreon of his, or a tier 3 Twitch sub on Izuma's channel. So if you want to do that, you can check out Izuma's website, which I'm going to type in chat if you want to check it out. Feel free to do so. I have no affiliation with Izuma other than playing on his server. If you decide to become a patron, I won't get a penny, so don't worry about that. But as I said last stream as well, this is by far the most wholesome community I've ever been a part of. So if you like me, you've gotten a bit too old to be playing on the random servers with the griefers and all the lack of proper behaviour, it's completely worth the money. I think it's £12 a month, which isn't all that much. It's like you pay. It's like I think it. Look at it this way: I pay £12 a month for peace and quiet and a good community, which is completely worth it in my mind. We're going to be fit up. Why do I keep doing that? I need to stop having these torches in my offhand. And that. And we have a creeper. He has noticed me. I think, you know what, when I look at it, from... Ah, there's an invisible spider, you. It's a Norwegian oil baron teacher. I will have you know, I've recently built a house and I have children. In that case, there's no such thing as too much money. Because kids are expensive. Of course, kids are absolutely worth every penny. Don't get me wrong, but... I mean... Weird flex, but okay, well... Yeah. What I meant is I've just sunk a good deal of money into that house. So, I'm as rich as you think I am. But at the same time, I'm not so poor that I have to go, hey, go subscribe, throw me some bits, go to my YouTube channel, smash that like button. Can we get 500,000 likes on this stream? I haven't reached those levels yet. Then again, I'm not streaming to make money. I'm streaming because I enjoy it, basically. If I wanted to make money, I'd get another job. And we have another. Once you upload this, I'm gonna get the same clips. That's abuse, Kenneth. How dare you? I think I'm gonna go. Where is the moon? I think I need to go get some more dirt anyway. So I think I'm gonna go and get some sleep. And we are going to get some dirt afterwards. We'll fix. I'm thinking in English and writing in Norwegian, and it's causing my brain to short circuit. I just got a work text I need to reply. To. There we go. Being a teacher, an amazing job, but the only downside, and this is not a complaint, this is just an observation, the only downside about being a teacher is that you're never off duty. You always have students messaging you, colleagues messaging you. There's always someone who needs to know something. Not a complaint, just an observation. I mean, I work at a job where, being a teacher, at least in Norway, I don't know how it is in the rest of the world, but being a teacher in Norway basically makes you target practice for all the people who are jealous because, oh well, you get so many weeks off and you get winter off and you get Christmas, well, not entire winter off, but we have like a winter holiday, and you get Christmas off and you get this off and you get that off. Oh, you never work yet, you're on holiday all the time. Well, the thing is, like, if you work at a store, when the store closes, you go home. You don't bring the store with you. And if you work at a hospital, when your shift's over, you go home. You don't take the patients with you. When you're a teacher, I don't stop being a teacher when I go home. If one of my students sends me a message at like 11 at night, I am, provided I'm not already asleep, I am going to reply to it. If a student is super worried about his exams and calls me at 2 in the morning because he's so nervous he can't sleep, I'm going to talk to him. I'm going to try to calm him down. Because that is what I signed up for. And it's like I always tell my students, like, here's my phone number, call me if you have any questions, call me if you have any worries. I don't mind you calling me at any given hour of the day. Within reason, of course. Like, don't call me at 4 in the morning just because you're drunk and want to be funny. But if you have a question, call me. Like, when I tell that to my students, I'm not joking, I'm being serious. And all of that means that when we get to June and we send the students home for the last time before summer, then I can have my 7.5 weeks off with a very nice, clean conscience. And it's like I tell everyone, if you think it's that easy, I'm not saying it's hard being a teacher, I'm just saying that there are times when I think society and a lot of people forget exactly how much of yourself you invest into being a teacher. It's like, not that I want to care about it to begin with, but it's like, when you're a teacher, you can never go to the local pub, because then the students are going to see you out drinking. You have to be very careful about everything you do and you say, because you're supposed to be a role model. I know there are some colleagues who actually found out a couple of years ago when I was first streaming that he's streaming, you're playing games on the internet and you have a bunch of kids watching. And some of my students found out and began following me and watching my streams. I don't know if any one of them is here right now, for all I know. And they're like, well, do you think it's appropriate to be playing games and having your students watch? And I'm like, I don't think that is any more or less appropriate than a teacher playing in a band and having students come to the concerts. There we have two of them. Kappas and everything. And it's like, I don't mind my students watching me play, because I'm not gonna say anything stupid in here that I wouldn't be saying in a classroom anyway, and any single one of my students can tell you that is exactly true. But anyway, enough of that rant. Let's get back to the game, shall we? So we've flattened out a solid area now, and I think we need to work out how wide we want the sort of thing going up here. Not anymore. There do exist evidence of streams of past years. I will have you know, Kenneth, I have completely and utterly sealed my YouTube account. Every single video of our old streams is set to private. And that is for a very good reason. Might as well get this away. Oh, is it just... I'm going to have to do this. Get this tree away so we can start working in this area. So, I really like how that turned out. I don't think I'm going to open up any more of the ravine, to be honest. I think I'm going to leave the ravine like this, but at least for now, and we're going to fence it off, and we're going to maybe we can extend the ravine into this mountain, because this mountain is going to, or this hill rather, is going to go anyway. And I think we are going to be flattening out this area here, removing this here, which is going to lead us into the inner wall. The inner wall, like when I made this, I basically just placed a perimeter of wood and then built upwards from that. And then I dug down and I made like the storage area underneath, and I sort of filled in that with cobblestone. So this you can actually see there used to be a hill here, because the wood used to go on top like that. But what we are going to do, well, first of all, I'm going to get myself another drink. And for all the curious souls wondering what does a teacher drink when he's streaming Minecraft, I can tell you that he's drinking Euribris, because he just discovered that he had 5 bottles left in his cupboard and he wants to get rid of them. Also, I have work in the morning. I'm filling in that and that. And I think this is basically going to be the height that we're going to be operating with here. And this is sort of going to be the decorative height. Because now we have, this is going to be the base level. We're going to take away this as well. And then we're gonna have to take away some of this that I just placed. Someone just asked, I remember we had a discussion once, what is terraforming? And one of the, I sadly can't remember who it was, but one of the other members on this server said, well, terraforming is digging away blocks and then putting them back again. And that is basically what you do. You take away a whole bunch of blocks and then you basically end up putting them back in very often the same place once you've decided that, yeah, that's where I want it. So we have this nice big flat area here now, and I think we're going to be doing some buildings like in front here, and we're going to have, I think if we can have like a sort of market stall, market house sort of thing here, because I think what would be quite cool was to have a building here and have a building over there, and then have a sort of like a heightened bridge going across. And is this clay? Yes. Huh. I never find clay. Lucky me. So we still need to fill this area here. So might as well do that. Because I need to figure out like where do I want the different things. Like I said on Monday in the last stream, I want like the most important things that I use, I want both in the village, in addition to like in the downstairs area, because the downstairs area, which is of course the area inside that wall, that is where I'm sort of keeping all the stuff that doesn't fit the Viking village build. So that's where I'm keeping like the storage system, that's where I'm keeping the super smelter, and that is where I'm going to have an enchanting area, maybe going to look into getting some tiny farms, like automatic stuff, but in the broader sense, I'm just keeping those kind of things there, and that way I don't have any of those things like out here in the open. Which is basically what Garth has done as well. Like, he's keeping all of his storage systems and all of his fancy bits. He's keeping all of that hidden. And I agree with that reasoning, and I'm doing it for the exact same reason. Like, I wanted it to be like, if you're coming into the base here, like either by land or by sea, whatever route you take, I want it to feel like a Viking village. I don't want it to feel like oh, here's a Viking village, never mind like that giant redstone machine in the middle there that doesn't fit in even remotely. Have a sleep. Hopefully we're not so many people. We need one more. Let's keep our fingers crossed that someone else goes to sleep pretty soon. And while we wait then, might as well find a video for you. A lot of people have been wondering what is this all about? What is this server? What's the point of it? And if you have a look at that playlist there that I just linked in chat, that is all of Zuma Void's videos about the server so far. He doesn't make videos that often now. Like, the first 27 videos are much older than the last two, like episode 28 and 29, which is more recent. And you can see some of the stuff that we've been doing. I appear now and then. I also appear now and then on his streams. So you can also check out Azuma here on Twitch. Might as well put that here as well. Twitch.tv/Azuma. Go give him a follow as well if you don't already. And you can see more from this server. By the looks of it, no one else is going to sleep, so I might as well go do things. Let's keep our fingers crossed that we don't get any phantom visitors again. Like last time we had like 10 phantoms. Can we make that? You think we can make that? Yeah, about there. Oh, that was just off. There then. Really? There then. You know, I'm not going to waste any more arrows on that. Let's just go down here and get work done. Get some action going. I'm going to die. Probably going to die. There we go. And a sword hit, just to be sure. Some more arrows, some more bone, and we can see how ridiculously close I actually came to that creeper without hitting it. There we go, that should do the trick. Yep. Throw that out. And we're going to fill in this area here as well. And then we sort of need to decide what buildings do we want. So like I said, I want, like, what do I need? Like, what do I need? What makes sense to have? And that is, I need an enchanting area, and I'm going to have some sort of like dock buildings, that sort of things. We're going to have some smaller storage buildings. The thing is, do I want to tie that into my storage system? Like, I could, if I want to, build a hopper line. Probably. Let's go check the height difference. Okay, so we're slightly down there. I could probably do like a hidden hopper line. If I make a building over here, I could probably do a hidden hopper line that goes into the storage system. So that way, if I want to dump things, I don't have to go all the way up here and into the house. I could just go into the the building. It's like the lower buildings here, and we could have a hidden hopper line. That could work, and that would be a nice little addition. That would be a really nice little addition, because it's very practical. Like, if I'm just landing here, if someone wants to deliver something, I can have like a mailbox and have it like and straight into the base. That was actually one of the better ideas I've had today. I think actually I'm going to do that. But first of all, we're going to finish filling in this here, because then we're going to have the base area done. We have some sort of mushroom, all sorts of strange things. Do like that, and go away. Because once we've filled in this, I think we have like the general flat area here done. I think we're gonna make this. Ooh, that was close. Let's make sure to. I need to fill this in like deeper. Can I hit that? Nope. Let's do like that. There we go. I always, when I cover up things, I always like to go at least one additional block down. Simply because that way, like, if say that you have like you're unfortunate and you have a creeper explosion, then at least you won't fall straight down. Like, you have like an extra layer beneath you. So I always try to do like at least one block down like that, and then like the top layer, because at least it reduces the chance that you're going to fall into a hole. There we go, and we're going to need to cover that up, but right now it's only one block hole, so it doesn't really matter. It would be nice if more people slept, but I think a lot of people are in the nether. Which then again doesn't make sense, because then it would require less people to sleep. And that's interesting. Like, if you go to that playlist that I linked in the chat, you will see that hello. See, we nearly got a proof of concept on that creeper visit. If you go to the playlist that I linked, which is of course not mine, it belongs to Azuma, you will see that for a long time most of the things on this server occurred in the Nether, and that is because when this server was made, and it should be 1 year old any day now. It was either like a couple of days ago or any day now. The server is going to be 1 year old, and when the server was started, it was still Minecraft 1.12, and Izuma and the others decided that, well, 1.13 is very close, and 1.13, which was of course the aquatic update, looked genuinely awesome. So they decided that, well, why don't we just like drop Overworld for now then, and we can just like, work in the Nether. We can work in the Nether, and then we can go to, when 1.13 hits, we'll reset the Overworld, keep the Nether, and we'll go topside. So that is what we did. So in the Nether, there's a bunch of stuff, which, as several people have pointed out, sadly is now completely left for dead. Like, with the exception of the Axis hubs and the Axis tunnel system, which is of course very practical. No one uses the Nether anymore. Like, I have a Nether base, not the biggest base, but it's in like a nice little hidey hole. And I spent like several days making it, setting up like automatic smelters, a manual storage system, and just a week ago, I went there for the first time in like 3 weeks. And the only reason I went there was to empty up basically all the chests into shulker boxes and bring with me. So yeah, that's something. So but then again, that's Minecraft really. It's like, I bet you that none of you still play on like the first Minecraft world you made. Like, change is always, it's always nice with some change, like some different terrain, a different location, just to mix it up so it doesn't get too static and boring. Anyway, that's the flat area pretty much done, I guess. What I think we're gonna do now is sort out, like, how do we want the slope heading up here to be. And I remember there was actually someone who asked me last time, what are you going to do at like this back area, like this? Whoops, this area here. What are you going to do there? For now, not much. Whoops. MA, mature content. This area here is going to be used like this. Like, this here is going to be become grass as well. This is going to be like farms, that sort of thing. We're going to have some buildings like in the bay itself, and we're going to have some sorts of buildings out on this peninsula. What we're probably going to do, like, I already terraformed this, but I'm not satisfied with it. I think this looks unnatural. It looks like a crooked finger. So what we're going to do, we're going to sort of round it off slightly more, and we're going to have it head up into here and sort of round off into the river, and probably going to take away that little thingamajig there, so the river becomes wider, and we're going to have extend the river here. That's because we've decided, like, as a group here, that we want to have like a river passage that runs through this area. We're going to open it up here, do some digging, plant some water, and see if maybe like somewhere here, maybe do like a embassy dock area, so that when you come here, you know, like, okay, here are some boats, follow the river, and you'll end up in the boat buddies area. Because then it's a nice way to, like, if you don't like using like the nether tunnels, then you can just go that way. Because that's the funny thing, going from my base to Trungle using the nether tunnels takes me at least 3, maybe 4 times as long as just using my elytra and flying over there. And even if I didn't have elytra, like if I had a boat, it would be quicker. I'm gonna have to do a proof of concept on this, of course, but it would probably be quicker for me to get in a boat here and paddle down a river to my base rather than go to the nether tunnels. I'm guessing it would actually be quicker. So that's that thing. Just applying a message here, and we are going to continue. So what I want is for, like, where's the center line? This is 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, meaning that center. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, there's that center right there. Let's make a line there that shows the center. And that, oops, that very impractical way of doing it, but there we go. So that is going to be like where the entrance is. So those 5 blocks there, that's going to be the entrance into the base, which means that I think I want this entire area here to be flat. So if we move 3, yeah, let's say 3 blocks out, and then we move 1 step down, and then we move, I think we can do 3 blocks out, yeah, on these. So that means we would go 1 block down there, oops, 3, 3, and then 1, 2, 3. Let's take that away. I hope we're not going to, oh no, we have plenty of space. So that's like that, and that means 1, 2, 3, and then we'll actually go down again, like there. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. We're going to have to take all of this out, of course. And of course, all of this is going to get properly terraformed later. I'm going to like fix all of this, make it look like semi-natural terrain. I want it to look like it's natural terrain, but someone decided to like grab a shovel and make this into a natural slope. So it'd be like, it would look like you like the way you would terraform your own garden, basically. 1, 2, 3, that would be there, and then 1, 2, 3 would be there. Oops, that's too much. 1, 2, 3 would be there. So like that, and now we're getting to the actual corner. So this is where I think we're going to cover that up for once to start with. Rip. Hate it when you're suffocating a wall. Such a common death in the normal world. Like, oh, I seem to have accidentally plastered myself into this wall. Whoa, that is a scary hole. Oh, and it's quite deep too. Okay, we're gonna have to go down here and do some fixing work. And like that. Go. And then I'm gonna have to dig it all out again in a little bit. So 3. Keep going with 3. I'm just gonna dig it all out like that for each pass, because then I don't have to go back and dig so much. So viewer count's going up and down, so I'm gonna have to say either welcome to new viewers or welcome back to viewers who've gone for a break and joined us again. You are welcome regardless. So, 1, 2. Yeah, let's go with 3 here as well. So like right now you get the problem with Minecraft. Like right now this doesn't look natural. Now that just looks like a staircase. But with some terraforming and some decorative blocks here and there, we are going to have it look at least somewhat more sensible very soon. The problem now, as you can see, is that we are sort of terraforming down like that. You can see that it's turned around, so we need to terraform this way. And we're going to take away, so that, like here as well, we're going to, oops, we can't leave it like that. Here we're going to have to do some replacement work. We're going to have to take away these dirt blocks and replace them with wood. And same goes here. Like, I want it to be visible wood all around, but it doesn't really matter because we are going to be extending, like I said earlier, we're going to be making this wall thicker, but we're probably going to be doing that in another stream because I think by the time we're done terraforming, we've been gonna by then we're probably gonna have streamed for a couple of hours. Like, already been going like 1 hour 19 minutes, and I think 3 hours is a very nice stream length, at least for these planned streams. Like I said last time, my job and my family life means that I don't always know exactly what am I going to be able to stream at all? Can I stream for like 1 hour? Can I stream for 2 hours? Can I stream for 3 hours? You never know. So I am going to take it as it comes and just do the best out of it. So now we have this as a baseline, and we're going to be, yeah, I think we're gonna do it like that, and then we're gonna let's call this our cutoff. Like this, there is going to be our cutoff. So now we're going to start going down this way. I'm going to go down 3 this way. We're going to dig it all out, of course. And 1, 2, that's good there. Like this, and 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's correct. And 1, 2, 3. Apologies. And 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Well, we're actually going to end up with a much earlier slope than I imagined. I mean, I thought this would extend at least out to here. I'm sort of disappointed now because I really wanted it to stretch out that far. Then again, this is this circle is 63 blocks wide. It would maybe be unnaturally steep. Like this? I don't know. Because that feels very steep. That feels very, very steep. Just gonna do like a 1 block trial here. Let's say that we go out 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we go down a bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I think we're going to do that actually. I think we're going to go 5 out. Because, you know, when you look at it from up here, that looks far more natural, at least to begin with. And then we can do like 1, 2, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and go up 1 block there. 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4. What's that 3? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I'm gonna have to go out a bit. Let's extend these out. We have plenty of dirt, so don't worry about that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. and doing it like that. Dun, dun, dun. I think this could turn out much better actually. And then we're going to have this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, oops, no, that's wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah, 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5. Much better. Straight away, much better. I like that a lot more. But I'm not completely satisfied with it yet, even. I think what we're going to do, we're going to have 5, 5, 6, no, that's 5 plus 1 is 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But we're actually going to do for these last ones 7. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now we're talking. Now that is the slope I want. A long slope that stretches around the entire thing. That is perfect. So we're going to have to extend that out a bit so we can fit the wall, because it's, I mean, we could just put this up and we can remove it again afterwards. I mean, it's dirt. It doesn't take too many moments to get rid of. Go away, flower. I don't like flowers. And oh, we're gonna have to go out for a good bit here. Marv, one of the admins, and also one of the people missing in the Hall of Heads. But like I said last time, I don't just straight up murder people like that. Like RDM is not cool. I actually ended up in a discussion with someone once saying that, well, RDM is okay as long as it's your friends. It's not really. That's like saying that carjacking is fun as long as it's your friend's car, because he's going to get the joke anyway. That's a bit of an, well, I probably exaggerated a bit there, but you get my point. So then we're going to have a slope looking like now it still looks like a staircase, but at least now you get, it looks slightly more sensible. So what I think we can do, I'm unsure how to do it, because like you can see the larger hill back there, and you can see the, like this is going to be a big flat area, that is going to be flat, it's going to be flat all the way, but we're going to have somewhat of a hill in the back here. Like this is going to be a hilly area, so do we want it to extend like that and into like, yeah, I think that would be the most natural, meaning that if we come from over here, don't want to, well, I have so much, I might as well use grass blocks. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, oops, 1, 2, 3. These shrubberies annoy me. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 3, 1, 2, 3, and so this of course, 1, 2, let's make it 2, make it 2, then 1, then 1, then 1, then 2, then 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, like that. Then we have like a natural place to start this thing, and then we're going to start counting the 7s from there. And 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and then I'm gonna have to take away a lot of this. Ooh, haste, bless me with thy, well, haste. So we can get rid of this. Ah, just out of range. This is why I need more beacons. I'm gonna... From whence did you fire at me, you bony wench? Oh, there you are, hiding beneath the tree. Hiding beneath the number 3. Ha! Got you. There we go. So, let's get rid of the rest of this. Gonna give us a bit of cobble. Throw out some of these stuff that we don't really need so we can get a slot for the cobble. Let's do it like that. Ah, we also have a bunch of granite. I think what we're gonna do at this point is put out a shulker box and put some stuff in. And when it comes to Minecraft, I am a hoarder. I have no problem whatsoever admitting the fact that I'm a hoarder. I don't throw away items in Minecraft. I don't. I barely ever do that. Because you never know, suddenly you're gonna need it. And I did mess up on that once because, like, cobblestone. Cobblestone is one of those things that everyone who's played Minecraft knows that you're not gonna run out of cobblestone anytime soon because you end up with... It is efficiency 5. Why does... Give me my beacon power, you silly git. There we go. Cobblestone isn't exactly... It's not exactly gold. It's not something that you're gonna run out of anytime soon. Like, look at this. Once you get to the point where you have like efficiency 5 and you have beacons, you end up with so much cobblestone that you know you're not going to run out anytime soon. So I basically left, like, whenever I was mining, I would leave all the cobblestone. Wouldn't care about it, which makes sense because, like, you don't want to waste bag space. Like, let's just put it this way: what are you going to leave on the ground? The redstone, the diamonds, or the cobblestone? Well, you're going to leave the cobblestone, aren't you? Well, basically, I did that all the time because I was like, I think I had at the time 8 double chests or something. Wait, let's see, 3 there. Yeah, no, 6 double chests of cobblestone in my nether base, and I figured, well, I'm never gonna need, use all of that. So might as well stop collecting the cobblestone whenever I'm mining. Lo and behold, someone comes and say, well, we're going to need a bunch of cobblestone for a project. Well, how much are you going to need? I have 6 double chests. Ha ha ha, look at the fancy man with all the stone. And they're like, yeah, we're probably going to need, like, I don't know, 70 or 80 double chests. Good lord. It was at that point Phali realised he should have been keeping his cobblestone, because he probably would have had like 50 double chests if it kept it all. So now I keep it all. And the nice thing about having the storage system up there with the shulker dumper is that you end up actually you sort it. You actually sort and keep control of your items, because unlike with a manual system, that's was the main reason I didn't want to keep all the cobblestone. I was like, well, it takes ages to sort. Like, it takes all of my backspace, and then I have to spend hours on end putting it into chests and blah. So I got tired of it and I stopped doing it. Now, I can just fill up a shulker, and I can go up to my system and say, here you go, place the shulker on the hopper, and like, here, Bob's your uncle. Now you can deal with it. And that is the one point where I do agree 100% that redstone is very nifty to have. And like I said earlier, it's not that I have anything against redstone, it's just that I've never learned how to use it, and I've never gotten comfortable with it because it's a bit too technical for me. I've despite being a massive nerd, I've never really been good with the technical stuff, such as redstone, like circuitry, physics. Like one of my colleagues who's my age and he's also just as big a nerd as I am, showed me, he gave we showed me one of his physics books. Like, oh, this is what I do with first year students. Like, we do this stuff. I opened the book, I read through 3 of the pages, and I put the book down because that book was full of devil magic. I couldn't understand any of it. I was like, nope. This is why I didn't take physics when I was at school. I have no intention of going back and reliving that. But we are going to take a quick 2-minute break because I have to go to the loo. So enjoy some music, and oh yeah, I will have you know, Kenneth, we did a good bit of cheating was involved. I may have asked the said colleague, and he might have done the thing, to put it that way. I will also have to delete that message of yours, Kenneth, because it contains swearing, and we're not in mature. We don't have mature content on. But anyway, I'm going to just do a quick loo break, and you can do that as well, and we'll be back in a minute or two. Right then, and we're back. So, let's jump back into the game straight away. And I just realised I need to go downstairs so we can see how high do we need to make the secret hopper line. Because the hopper line has to connect to the sorting system. So, I am going actually to chop a hole in the wall here so I can go inside and have a look. Just do like that so I can get up top and watch. Okay, so that is basically the sorting system, meaning that the input has to be and we have Jump and Shrew following. Thank you very much for your follow, really appreciate it. We have, that would be, just double checking here, we're looking at 68, meaning 1, 2, 3, that, no, we need to come, that is the sorting system, oops, so we need to go 69 then, because we need to have it connect there, because that feeds in there. I mean, yeah, we can do 68 in a pinch, but 69 would be ideal. So 68, 69, that's what we're dealing with then. And I didn't have room in my bag. Because I can show you now, like if I go to that hopper there now, and let's just put a bunch of cobblestone in those hoppers, then it's going to disappear into the system. Did I put in the right one? I put it in the 69 one, yeah. Because then it's going to go here, and it's going to go through this sorter, and then it's going to end up in, and now for now, this double chest, meaning that this double chest is already full, in addition to the chest that's in front. So now, then you know how that works. I'm going to put a dirt block there so we can get up. Apologies, and we're going to whoop, dun, dun, doink, and doink, 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 doink. So 69 is the number we need to remember, because that is where we want our hopper line, and I can tell straight away that that's not going to work because we are currently at 75, meaning that this over here is going to be far lower than that. This is actually 64. So there goes the hidden hopper line. Then we're going to have to be 5 blocks higher, or because hoppers can't travel upwards, what we could do is a hidden hopper line into an item elevator. That could work. What I think we're going to do, I think we're going to make a hidden hopper line from the building that we're planning on putting there, and I think we're going to make a hidden hopper line that goes in. And for now, it's just going to go into like a double chest, and then we can manually put it up in the sorting system, and then we can look into it later in terms of actually making it function. Turn off that, because it would be really nice to have that opportunity, and we can just like call like Phali's mailbox or something. I see the other players have that sort of. They usually have a mailbox outside so people can leave things. So then again, I wouldn't really want to have that directly into the storage system, because like if someone left me thing, like Spooky, who had been so kind as to leave me, is Spooky still online? No, forgot to say thank you. So rude of me. Like Spooky, the incredibly kind soul who left me 4 diamond blocks. He didn't leave me like 4. They didn't leave me 4 diamond blocks just out of the blue, by the way. The previous stream, we basically gave Spooky all the dark oak that we'd chopped down, because my storage system is already full of it, so I don't need any more. So I mean, this is a very cool community, but I don't think we've reached the point where we're just giving away diamond blocks at random yet. I don't think we're quite there. Even though we did just do a Christmas celebration. Yes, we do celebrate Christmas on here. We had a massive Christmas tree. A massive Christmas tree. Where players left gifts for each other. And that was quite nice. That was very nice actually. I got a bunch of stuff. Got diamonds, I got a Christmas tree, got some flower pots and some decorative things so I can put in my base. All kinds of cool stuff. And I felt incredibly bad because I couldn't be online for the entirety of Christmas because I just finished constructing my house. We had my wife's family over for Christmas, had to prepare Christmas dinner, do all sorts of stuff. I completely forgot to log on and do Christmas presents, so I'm definitely going to have to get back to that next year and make sure to make up for the lack of gifts this year. I felt terrible getting all those nice presents and I didn't give anyone anything because I wasn't online. So getting rid of this tree, I promise you we're not going to be, this is not the start of another 3-hour wood chopping session. Those of you still struggling with the residual anger from Monday. Let's see, we can fill in this. Whoops. I think, because once we've done this, I'm not going to be terraforming this entire thing now. I can tell you that much. We're not going to be terraforming this entire thing now. But are we happy with that? No, I'm not. I'm not happy with that. It needs to start moving inwards. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and I'm gonna have to take out some more here because I want it to go quicker inwards. So 3, 3. No, you know what? We're actually gonna make it 2 there. 2. Jeez, why am I doing this? 2, 2, 2. And we're gonna take. Now I'm just overcomplicating things here. 1, 2. Yeah, we're gonna. Let's just leave it there for now. And we're not gonna be. Oh, I managed to mute that sneeze so I didn't blow the airwax into your brain. Sorry about that. And we have another friend. Hello, friend. Have you met my good friend, the sword? You make a lovely couple. There you go. So, that is that hill covered. Like, if we look at it now. Yeah, it's better. It's better, but I'm not completely satisfied. What I think would look nice was if this area snaked in a tiny bit more, because now we got sort of a. I think we go all the way over here and have a look. You see, we have that tiny bulge there that doesn't make sense. What I think we're gonna have to, we're gonna have this snake in even more, and then sort of meet up over here. So now you can see the line we had. So we had 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. How's that gonna look? I think that looks better. Looks more uneven, but then again, so does terrain in Minecraft. We could also, I mean, we could always do like 1, like this is 2, 1. Let's do the 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Yeah, but now that bulge is ruining it again. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. We're gonna have to do 1, 2, 1. This is my problem with terraforming. I am very nitpicky about it. Like, it has to be done right, because otherwise it doesn't look good. It needs to look good. Oh, there we have it. Look at that. Beautiful. Thank you, Winnie. Winnie, modern sun god. Very neat profession. Okay, so with that being done, we're going to fill in this. We're just going to fill in this tiny bit here that we're sort of going to be using. I'm messing up so many blocks. Can I do this? Again! Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I'm going to let the sun take care of you. Just going to fill in this top layer here so we get like a sense of how it's going to look. And like that. Take away that. Take away this. Just put in a couple of blocks there. That. There we go. Now we get sort of a sense of how that hill is going to look. And it's going to leave us with a pretty big flat area. I think. Let's see if we can take off with this elytra. As I've said before, I am terrible using the elytra. Let's go over here and do a flyby. Oh yeah, look at that. Bit straight, but I've done worse. So, I think... Okay, we're going to have to look at this, but that's going to be for another time. I think... We're going to put buildings on in the front. We're going to have some sort of structure over here, which is going to leave like a pathway between the structure and the ravine here. And then we're going to have all the farms in the back. So, basically we're going to use this entire area here for farms. I swear there were creepers there earlier. Did they fall into the ravine? Eh. I don't mind. I'm rid of them. In that case, the next thing to do is to sort out this place. So how far back do we want to go? That looks terrifying. So we're just going to seal that off like that. So it's a 2 block to get into it. There we go. Now mobs can't get in. I mean out. You can get in but not out. I think this is going to be a nice boundary for now. So like there, like that. Oops. Yeah, I'm using granite. Oops. This is going to be... this is why I always... This is why I remove my boots. Because it is super annoying. Go away. Anyway, it does give you sort of a boundary, doesn't it? So basically, I think if we do like that, we can you know what, I don't want to use the granite. I'm being nitpicky again. Let's take care of that guy with his fancy golden armor. He's picked... Where'd you get that carrot from? What are you going to use carrots for? You're dead. Just change some items here. And you might be thinking to yourself, why are you keeping all that rotten flesh? It's a pointless item. Not on this server. Like I said earlier, we have like a custom thing so that you can throw rotten flesh into a furnace and you get leather. It's a vegan option. Instead of murdering poor animals for their skin, so we can make fancy clothing and that sort of thing, then we murder zombies instead and we burn their flesh and we make jackets out of that. A nice thought before you go to sleep. So what are you wearing? I'm wearing torched zombie skin. The latest trend in Cannes or Nice or whatever those fashion cities in France are called. I know about as much about French geography as I know about redstone, which is very little. We're going to be doing this and that. Whoops. And I think what we're going to do, we're going to finish like the rough terraform. We're not going to completely terraform all of this, but we're going to do the rough terraforming, and then we're going to get some fence posts and we're going to start mapping things out. Because the next step now is we need to figure out where do we want the various farms, where do we want the various builds, how big do we want them, that sort of thing. We need to figure that out. And in order to figure that out in a sensible way, we sort of need to know the lay of the land. I'm just going to do this while we wait. There's my perimeter. Oops. Oh, I did remove my boots. Good. I didn't want the granite. Placing torches again. The one thing I constantly do, I always end up placing torches because I run out of blocks and I don't notice. And yeah, I end up wasting torches. I've probably wasted stacks upon stacks of torches that way. Like, look at that. Look at the level of stupid. I have a friend. I was about to say I had a friend, but he's still my friend and he's not dead. I have a friend who also plays Minecraft, and he's just developed the system. Like, when he's placing things, he will actually count. So he never looks at his screen. He's just like, he knows there's 64 in a stack. So he's like 64, 63, 62, 61, 60, 59, 58, 59. So he knows exactly. Now I have 3 blocks left. Like, that level of dedication and ability to remember numbers is not for me. The only thing I can remember is Eurovision Song Contest winners. And for some reason I can remember all of those. So, let's put all of this in. Yeah, it's going to be enough for now. Why don't I just bring the shulker box along with me? Instead of running back and forth like a moron. Take care of that. Let's do some lines over here. And like this is basically what I do. Like, whenever if I ever contribute to one of Azuma's streams, like when we're doing stadium work and whatnot, this is basically what I end up doing. I do terraforming. If you go back and watch one of his streams, I can't remember which one. I think it's the one that has Jimbo, Spangle, and Binky in the thumbnail. You can see my terraforming work around the stadium, because that is basically what I won't say good at, but that is the thing I feel most comfortable doing. The thing that I feel I know the most about. And so that's what I usually end up volunteering for. And like that. Like that. And like this, like I said earlier, this is the point where you realize, well, you're actually going to need all that dirt. Like dirt, cobblestone, that's the sort of things that you end up throwing away because you think, well, I'm not going to need that because there's so much of it, and I'm never going to need that much. Well, try doing some terraforming. Trust me, you're going to need it. Because, I mean, look at... Well, that's the wrong way. Look at this. Well, let's face it, we've done a good bit here, but... Like, this tiny bit here alone has been like, at least at least a shulker worth of dirt. Then again, this is sort of a project that pays for itself because I have to tear out a bunch of hills in advance. So I end up sort of like getting the dirt that I'm going to use later in the same session. And well, we're actually nearly done here. For some reason I like doing it like this. Like I divide everything into sections because that way I get sort of a sense of how much I've done. Like, oh, now I've filled in that entire section, yay me. And now I've filled that entire section, yay me again. I'm so good at doing things. So that way, at least you get like the feeling that I've done a good bit of work. You don't end up feeling like, ugh, look at this, I've barely dented it. So, you can see I'm still going to have to go get more dirt. Place this shulker box of ours. So funny because most of the shulker boxes I have like names on them. Like this one, it's called Green Ghoul's Gift Box, and that is when I started playing on this server and started building my nether base. I ended up building right next to a guy called Green Ghouls, and when he saw that he had new neighbors, he dropped by my base and left me a shulker box of goodies. That's like a welcome to the neighborhood kind of thing, which was quite nice because I got a lot of good starter gear. I actually think he gave me, I have 2 sets of elytra, and I think he gave me one of them. He gave me an enchanted elytra that had mending on it, and then I've just put some unbreaking so I don't have to repair it all the time. And it's of course called Phali's Death Trap because I am. Let's just put it this way: if we didn't have keep inventory on this server, I would never use it. I wouldn't dare use it because I am terrible at using elytra. I have 0 control. And there we go. Oh, got some sugar cane. Might as well pick it up. And this tree here is going to have to go because it's going to be in the way. Away it goes. There we go. Make sure to get this. Did I leave any branches? No, don't think so. Take it out. Go and fill in the hole. Here, ooh, Jesus, you were close. Hi. Overly cozy cow. Cows are cool animals. They give us milk, which gives us cheese, which is vital for cheeseburgers. I also give us the burger if you want to be pedantic. And we are running low on dirt, and there was no more dirt in that shulker box as well. So at this point, we're actually going to have to go get. You can hear me frantically spamming everything. Have to go and get some more. Ow! Didn't stick that landing. Is there any more in here? No, just stone. So I think what we're going to do, we're going to empty. Just check. Yeah, mostly stuff that goes in the system. So we're going to place the shulker there. Just watch it disappear into the system. This has no dirt. And ooh, we have another shulker box. How didn't I notice? What we're going to do, we're going to take all of this other stuff that we don't really want into the system. We're going to keep that. We're going to keep the tools. Keep that. And pick up that dirt block. And what we're going to do, we're going to go into the system here and pick up some dirt. Because we are going to be needing it. And just pick all of the dirt up. And into the chest it goes. And now you can see. So you didn't see. Oh no, it's not lighting up. What does that mean? Does that mean I'm out? I'm not out anytime soon, at least. That's gonna last us a good while. You know what? We can actually bring some grass blocks as well, because we are going to. It's practical to have some grass blocks when you're working, so you can get the spread quicker. I'm starting to run low on fish. I have to get some more fish soon. It is now nearly 10 and we've been going at it for 2 hours. I honestly have to say I don't think we're going to do a full 3-hour stream because my voice is starting to go. And I do... Is there a witch on the roof? There's an enderman in my basement. Where's the witch? Is there a witch on my roof? I'm nervous now. Don't want witches on my roof. And we have a guy here. Ow! Bloody Nora. Apologies for the language. That was my own stupid mistake. But anyway, there's the proof of concept on what I was saying earlier of always making it deep. Like, don't just put a top layer when you're terraforming, because in that case there, I could have risked falling into the cavern that we know is underneath here. So some grass blocks so it spreads quicker. We're gonna have to take this away too. I forgot about that. But now you can sort of start to see the size of things. So we're gonna put that there because that's in the middle. We're gonna use dirt blocks. We're gonna use grass on. The outermost here because then we can get some spread. You know what? I'm actually gonna do that line across right away because then it can start spreading while we work. And then we can continue filling in these bits. And so we go. Bunch of terraforming to be done here, but I mean, let's face it, I would dare say, like, in the total 5 hours I've played this week, all of which have been streamed, we've done a good bit of work. I mean, we've completely cleared the forest here, like most of it. We have some stubborn bushes hanging around, and we've done a good bit of work here. Like, we're almost ready for the well, we are ready actually to start putting in the the basic for the building. Basics, like put up the framework. So what I think we're going to do is, once we've taken out this, I am literally at the border. There we go, off the beacon. Let's just be effective here now. Now that this is done, we can start putting in like fence posts and blocks to show the outline of the of where we're going to have things. So I think that's what we're going to do now. We're gonna fill in this hole here that I'm chopping out, like mining out now, so that in case we put anything on top, we don't have to start replacing blocks underneath, because that would be a hassle. And once that's done, we can start placing the fence posts that tell us where the farms are going to be. Because I think this entire area here is just going to be farms. Oops. I think we're going to do, this is going to be like a farm area exclusive, nothing more, nothing less. And we're going to keep the buildings much closer to the bay. Same with the enchanting area, is going to be over there. And once all of this is done, it's the detailed terraforming and finally replanting some forests. And then what we're probably going to do with that, then now we're talking like days, weeks ahead of ourselves. I think we're going to try and make some houses in the back here, purely decorative houses, and some pathways to these houses, just like to show like this is where they live, this is where the Vikings live. Like, we have the high seat where the chieftain lives, but what about his fellow Vikings? They have to live somewhere as well. So we're gonna have to do that. And there we go. And then I think, you know what, we're gonna do a couple of more lines, because then we can get a good spread of grass. And one here. Oops. And we can do one over. Ah, why? Too quick for my own good. Like that, and like that, and do one here, one across like that, one across like that, one. How even? Like that. Yeah, that should be good. And we have Sherpa. Sherpa online. I haven't seen you in ages, man. Where have you been? Where have you been hiding? Nice to see. What that's one thing I really like about this server. I mean, I've already been bragging and saying good things, fine things about this community for a while, but one of the things that I really love about this community is the fact that even the mods and the admins are very active, especially the mods. Maybe not the admins that much, but they have lots of responsibility to take care of. So, but like the mods especially, they are really active. Like, there's almost always a blue name online. So that is very nice. Nice to see. That's one of the things I really don't like, is when you have communities with admins and mods that, you know, they're basically just names on a wall. You have no idea who they are, or where they're from, or never actually talk to them. That's what I really like here. Like, you could spend. One of the things that I really like about the Sumaverse is that if you're not online playing on the server, you're still on Discord, like chatting. You end up on Discord chatting, and you can end up chatting for hours on end. I mean, I think I've had days, like if I've been like sick and just sitting at my computer, where I've spent like 10 hours just chatting to the other people on Discord, on voice chat. That's like, if you're willing to do that, if you're willing to like spend your entire day just chatting about nonsense, then you know you've found a good community. And there we have it. Week. As the last blocks are placed, we can see that our farmland area is done. So now, I think this down here, we're probably, what I'm considering that would be quite fun would be to extend the wall, so to speak, because this area down here isn't mine. This belongs to, like we have in the Boat Buddies realm here, we have like designated areas, and this forest here, like the dark oak forest, that's sort of the boundaries of Phali's area. So with that, I was thinking maybe we could do a wall like sort of separates the Viking village from the south, because we have a lot of players. Like down here we have Taribo and we have Badger's Banner, one of the two namesakes of the camp. We have like this, I could almost like to imagine taking the shovel and just like carving out a path down here, and it would be quite cool to like have that path sort of round, like rounding around, coming around here. You can see I've already done some terraforming here, coming around here, and sort of like maybe in the flat area here, like having, like just as you go past like the entrance to the bay, I've been standing out in the dark here, that's not a good idea. Then you can have an entrance of sorts. But anyway, I think what we're going to do now, because I'm going to save this part for later. I'll go. And we're indoors. Let's pretend that never happened. What we're going to do, we're going to take this shulker box, because this is probably empty now. Yeah, let's see if we can actually pick it up before it goes into the system. We failed at that. And we can let all this go back into the system. I could do it manually, but what's the point of making the system if you're not going to use it? So, what we need now then is a bunch of fence posts. So, I think we're just going to use regular oak for that, because I mean, I do have dark oak, but I'm using so much dark oak everywhere. I sort of want to mix it up a bit. So I think we're just going to use regular oak. So let's take a good bunch of oak, and we're going to dump some of this other stuff in here. The grass we can sort of just dump straight in here if it hasn't. Yeah, it's already filled up. That's the problem. Well, the problem and the nice thing. Why am I going upstairs? I need to go here first. Let's make a whole bunch of sticks and fences. Where are you? Why can't I remember the recipe for fences? Are the fences here? Am I blind? What? Fence. Blocks and sticks. I have blocks and sticks. I have very many blocks and sticks. Why can't I make oak fence? There. 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 There we go. Why wouldn't that show up? Peculiar. New receives on. Really? I've never before. I've been playing. Have I really been playing on this server for half a year and never once crafted a piece of oak fence? Strange. Yes, for those who didn't see it during Monday's stream, the Hall of Heads, where we keep the heads of all the players that I've either killed accidentally or on purpose. We keep them for posterity and showing off. So let's go down here. You can see a bunch of terraforming yet to be done there, but that's like the next level, so I don't really care about that. So, in terms of farms, I think it would be really nice if we had the wheat field running into the ravine. So from there, like that is 32 13, and this is 3185, so that is 15 plus 13, so that's 30. I think that would be okay. So let's do like 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3 I'm gonna have to do this 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. That's gonna be, but we're not gonna really have. We're gonna have to start by that one. So there, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Double area, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, and then 10, and there. And why did I do 9? That's because I'm gonna run a line of water down the middle, and for now we're just gonna have it leading there. Okay, might as well dig out this like that, because this bit here is going to be terraformed as well at some point. Might as well cover this up. Dun, 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 dun. And like so, and then we are going to have a path basically leading down like this. So now we're starting to put in the paths. Could take that off again. So we're going to have a path running all the way down in here, and that's going to separate the two sections, because now this section here is 9 wide. Which means this section here is not, of course. So here we're going to have to do some extra trickery. And what we can do, we can play some. What we can do, of course, is we can dig a 2-block deep trench and place water underneath, and then we can put the crops on top. That would, of course, work too. So now we have the first farm there. So you can see the size of that farm. We need to get rid of that tree because that's in the way. And we still have a good area behind here. So I think maybe this can be our next farm. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Boink boink. 1 2 3 4. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. I'm gonna have to do one more block. Let's just do that straight away, lest I forget. Perimeter. Oh, I ran out. Okay, just gonna do the perimeter all the way over. Gonna have to take away these trees, but I'm not gonna bother with that now, because then we're gonna have the fence running down like this, and of course I'm not gonna leave this like this. Like this is gonna get terraformed. It's not the priority right now, to put it that way. I'm just gonna bleed it into that tree for now. So that's going to be our second farm. And what I want is to have like a 3-wide path running down like that. Like 1 block off. Like that. Which of course is going to lead us... Yeah, I'm going to do some terraforming. So we're going to fence off this ravine. Or I mean, it would be cool to just dig out that ravine and have a bridge, but it would make no sense, because what person in their right mind would build a bridge across like that when you could go bloop, bloop. It would be I mean, it would be like walking when there's a perfectly good car sitting next to you. Yes, I am that lazy. I think that's it. So that means we have those farms settled. We're gonna need more. We're gonna need more fence. I'm too lazy to go get a crafting bench. I'm gonna do this. Put that there, and we're gonna make more fence. Go. So we know that we need to find like the center point. So there's that. One block, 1, 2, 3, one block there. So that is going to be like the natural meeting point for 2 additional farms. And then the question is, do we want to do farms that big? What I think would be a bit cool was to have like a smaller farm. Would that be cool? Have a smaller farm leading up to like there? And then we could do like a barn here. Or several barns. And then we could do some sorts of things behind it. I think that could work. I think that could be quite cool. I think we could do that. Yeah. Because then we could, like, because right now we don't have food storage in the storage system, but there's no food in the storage system. So that's basically just building blocks. What we could do then is we could have the food storage out here. So in that case, we would have the 3 wide path would continue down like this. I mean, it's so easy to like dig this up again if we decide not to use this path somewhere. We'll just carve it in so we can see. Okay, not gonna ruin that grass spread, so we're just gonna do 1 block, and then we're gonna have this leading into that. So that's gonna be, this is gonna be the wheat farm. That's gonna be, well, one of them is gonna be the wheat farm. The other one is gonna be the potato and carrot farm, and then we're gonna do a big barn here. And how wide is this? Because this is not going to be crops, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So 2 times 9, and I'm going to have to go back there, of course. Yeah, that's going to be correct, isn't it? Well, it's easy to extend. Isn't it in data? And that's going to be there, because then this is going to be 18, so it's going to be in terms of like the 9 block limit, it's going to be the other way. And then we can do another one down like, ooh, that legit scared me there for a second. Oh, and of course you can't jump over fences, so we're just gonna bend the rules a bit. Oops. And that, and doink doink. And 10. So then we have the perimeters for a small farm. Now we have the perimeters for 1 small farm, 18 long, and 3 18 by 18 in practically 18 by 18 farms. Then we're going to do a barn here, which means we have this entire area in the back here for even more stuff. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, let's do 5 and 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope, we can do more. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, 10 is going to be enough. So 10, meaning, so if we take 2, that's going to be 8. And we add 2, that's going to be 7. So if we do like that, then that's going to be 8, and this is going to be 1. That's going to be 8, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 on the inside. So that, right. You know, now this doesn't add up, and I'm not happy with it. There we go. Go away. Go away, I say. There we go. Die. Get away from me. There we go. I think we're going to have that run down there. So we have sort of like a 1 block access area. Just gonna, oops. Just going to fill in this gap so I can sort of narrowly sneak in the fence. Doink, doink. And I think that's going to be it, because then we're going to have a barn that basically covers up this area. And we're going to have a path here with even more farms. So when you look at it, you can sort of see this entire backside here is going to be farms, like the manual farms. And we're going to have paths connecting all of it. Yeah, I think... Ooh, thank you very much. Let's do a flyby. Ah! Ah! I'm about to call it a night, so I don't care. To the sadness of all of my no views. Ha. Have some pity on me, you silly gits. That's... there we go. And we're gonna do a fly. Like here you can see the border where other people are going to be building. Yeah, I think that's gonna turn out pretty good. If we do a flyby this way. Oh, look at that. That is gonna be neat. It's gonna look like some proper farmland. That is gonna look good. Let's see if we can land on the roof for a nice ending here. Ow! Hey, we managed to. Hey, what about that? Well, I think, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be a night. It is 10:30. My voice is giving out, and I am getting a bit tired for today. So I think we're going to call it night. Well, we've done a good bit of work. Like if we go back to first person, you can see we've cleared all this area in 2 streams. We've done a lot of terraforming. We've flattened all the area, and now that we finally have Optifine working, we have started dividing up our farms. Not entirely sure if I'm happy with the divisions yet, but we're going to look into it, because like no farm is like perfectly square, and no farm they don't sit there with a ruler when they're deciding on the fields. And then we're going to have to see how we want to do it with like our main path that's going to lead up here and around and up to the entrance on the back here. And also we are going to have to figure out what to do with this peninsula and that ugly hill. But yeah, I think that is going to be something for another day. Hopefully I'm going to see you again really soon. With some luck, I'm going to be doing at least one more stream on here this weekend, and who knows, maybe I'll even squeeze in 2. So with that being said, there's not really much more to do than to say thank you very much for joining us. I hope you enjoyed the stream. If you catch some of it and want to watch it again, it will be on my YouTube account hopefully tomorrow. So thank you very much for joining. Hope to see you again really soon. Goodbye.